Okay, so here we go. This video is for the Jordan juice drinkers. I'm so tired of people comparing Michael Jordan to Magic Johnson as if there is any kind of comparison whatsoever between the two. I'm going to start out this video with a bunch of facts. Facts, not opinions. And I'm going to wrap it up with my salty opinion on the whole issue of Jordan versus Magic. Alright. Fact. Magic won 5 championships. Jordan won 6. Because you win 6 championships does not make you better. It just means you won your championships when all the greats fell off. And the greats, I'll start out by saying Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Julius Erving, the bad boys of the 80s. A lot of people don't know Magic started his career in 79. I think Jordan started his in 84. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But the only issue I have here is that people who are basketball aficionados just drink that Jordan juice because the NBA shoved Jordan down our throats and told us that he was the better man. And for me, that doesn't work. I am LA born, Los Angeles, rep my town, and I grew up watching basketball from probably 1980 on. There has been no decade that has been more competitive than from 1980 to 1990. The 80s if you didn't love basketball in the 80s, then you didn't love basketball at all. So here we go with the facts. Los Angeles Lakers, Magic's Los Angeles Lakers, won 5 titles against 3 championship caliber teams. That term, championship caliber, means a lot here. And the reason it does is Jordan won 6, but Jordan didn't beat a championship team. He beat a bunch of new booties. They were still sucking on their mama's tit. I may be exaggerating a little bit with that, but the fact is Magic beat Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics, who, as a kid, I despised. I felt like they were our nemesis, and I just, Larry Bird, I have so much respect for him now as to what he did in the NBA, but back when I was a kid, man, I hated Boston. Philadelphia and the 76ers, it was Moses Malone, Maurice Cheeks, how could I forget Dr. J, the great one. And you also had the bad boys. Yeah, and all I have to say is the bad boys. That's all I have to say. You should know who was on that team. You had guys like Lambeer, Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman. That was a rough and tough Sock'em team. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers, Magic's Lakers, beat all 3 of those teams. They went up against Boston 3 times for the championship. Who came out on top? LA, 2-1. Lakers went up against Philly in the championships. Who did they come up against? Wait. There we go. Okay. They went up 3 times against Philly, and they went 2-1 against Philly. Although that ass whipping that Philly handed us 4-0 was not nice. And I'll never forget, I was sitting there watching the post game after the 4th game, and then the lady or the dude, I forget who it was, put the mic in front of Moses Malone's face and said, "How do you feel about this?" And Moses Malone, I never heard him speak before. He said, "Boom, boom." And I looked over at my mom. I said, "What are you saying?" My mom said, "What are you saying?" We rewound that, we were VHS back in the day. We rewound that so many times to try to figure out what he said. He said we took them 4-0. He was saying they took them 4 straight. And that was funny to me. I just remembered that. Anyway, going back to what the Lakers did, they went up against Detroit for the championship. I could be wrong, but I think it's 2 times. And they went 1-1. Okay? So, the bottom line of that is Los Angeles Lakers, Magic's team, they won 5 championships Let me see if I can get this in the camera right. 5 championships against 3 championship teams. Now that's, you show me another team that did that. I mean, I haven't seen it done since I've been watching over the last 30 years. So now let's move on to what Jordan did. Okay, and I have an actual stat here. I gotta pull it up so that I don't get this wrong, because I know all the haters out there, they get mad when you say anything wrong about Jordan. I really don't care, but I would like to get this right. Okay, so Jordan actually, let me highlight his, should have done this before I started the video, my bad. Okay, so here we go. Jordan actually won his first championship against the Lakers. Now, a lot of people love to say, they love to say, well, Jordan beat Magic in the championship. Oh, you poor little new booties. You really don't understand the game of basketball, do you? Magic's team that Jordan beat in 19, what year was that? 1990 to 91. Jordan's team, Magic's team wasn't the same Lakers team that won the championships in the 80s. Okay, I think Kareem had retired. I think a lot of the guys fell off, actually, and Magic was on his way out the door. I think this was right before he announced he had AIDS. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. So who knows what was going on with his body is what I'm saying. So if you Jordan fans want to hang your hat on him beating Magic's Lakers, well, wasn't the championship team. So basically he beat just a regular team, because they weren't championships. They weren't a champion team. That's the bottom line. That's a fact. Okay? Moving on to the next championship. Jordan went on to defeat the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, I know Portland won a championship, so let me think of, wait, they didn't win a championship, did they? No, they didn't. All right. So now we're moving on to Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns. I think Charles was on Phoenix in what was it, 90, 92, 93. I'm almost positive he was. I could be wrong, but really doesn't matter. But I know Phoenix won a championship. Up until that point, they had won. Oh wait, they didn't win a championship. So you're telling me Jordan's first 3 championships are against guys who had no championship? Got you. Okay, all right. Now we're moving on to Jordan. He took off a couple of years. That's when Houston won 2 straight. They won against the Knicks. Surprise, surprise. Come on. And Orlando Magic, I was actually rooting for Shaq in that one. But now we're moving on to the Bulls and the Seattle Supersonics. And I know Seattle won a championship, actually, and it was Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, and they won in... They didn't win a championship either. Wow, wait a minute. So that's 4 teams that Jordan beat that weren't champions. Could it be so? All right, so now we're moving on to the 5 and 6, and we all know it was a back-to-back win against Utah Jazz. Now, granted, Utah was a good team, a very good team. They were on the cusp. Karl Malone, John Stockton, and a bunch of great role players on that team could not close the deal. I honestly believe the first championship in 96 to 97, that one, I felt like they gave that away. And then the year after that, I felt like it was just like, whatever. So basically, we're talking about 5 teams that never won championships that Jordan beat. Is that really a feat? Is that really something to be proud of? Because I don't see where that's to be proud of if I'm a fan of basketball. And hey, they won 6 championships, not taken away from them. But what I am saying is let me adjust this a little bit. But what I am saying is I can't believe that anyone would ever put Jordan's name in the same sentence as Magic Johnson. Are you trying to keep this clean? It just baffles me. Now, let's say one more thing about Magic and the Lakers. Nobody knew the name. Put it to you this way. Was Norm Nixon a household name? No. Was Bob McAdoo a household name? No. Michael Cooper a household name? No. James Worthy a household name? No. Kurt Rambis? Maybe because I think he was the only white guy on the team in L.A. So and he wore glasses, so he really stood out, you know. And obviously Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had some kind of fame, but I don't even think he won a championship before Magic came to the team. And I could be wrong. Again, I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'll only speak the facts on things that I definitely know. And yeah, I could have done a little bit of research on that kind of stuff, but I really don't care. This is about Magic and Jordan. And the bottom line is you can't, like, okay, let me say, if I drove down to the local elementary school and I beat up on a bunch of 7-year-olds, does that make me the bare knuckle champion of the world? No, it doesn't. Because I beat nobody to have that title. Any athlete knows you want to beat a champion, not just somebody that made it to the championship. I mean, I'm just saying, nobody wants to go away saying, I beat the Denver Nuggets for a championship. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to walk away saying, I beat the New York Knicks for a championship. It means nothing. I mean, yeah, you got the championship, but you know, there's a reason why Magic is considered the greatest. And I'm tired of the hype that Jordan is. I personally have not ever met Jordan. I don't have any ill will towards him. You know, but I feel like the NBA shoved Jordan down our throats. And 99% of the basketball audience drank that Jordan juice like it was no tomorrow. And for me personally, I was disgusted by it. I'm a Laker fan through and through. I hate Kobe. And there's a little side note, don't get me started on Kobe, because it just, oh my God, I could go on and on. That's for another video. Let's leave it, that's for another video. But basically there's an old saying, and it goes, to be the man, you have to beat the man. And that statement didn't just fall out of the air. It means something. Now, I want to make one more factual statement, and this is about Jordan's career versus Magic's career. Magic came into the league in '79, and he won a championship in his rookie year. Now, you tell me how many guys did that, okay? Because Jordan didn't even do that. And in that rookie year, I remember he played all three positions. I think Kareem ended up got injured or something. It may have been something with his eye or something, but he played center, forward, and guard. And I think that game he scored 42 points. Magic made his team great. Okay? Jordan came in the league in '84, if I remember correctly. And from '84 on up to, what was it, '90, which is his first 6 years, there were no championships. Is that the sign of a great one? Boy, you Jordan fans better get off that Jesus juice, because you really steered down the wrong path. And now that you've been educated on what basketball really is, that the '80s were the most competitive years in basketball, and for Magic to come out with 5 championships, 5, and I think he even went to the championship 7 times? I'm gonna go back and look real quick. I think, did he make it to the championship 7 times? Let's see. 1, 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My bad, 8 times. Got to the championships 8 times. So his records in the championship is 5-3. 1 in his rookie year. Did it all his rookie year. We're talking about a kid. I think he was 19 years old. Talent. That's the only thing you can say about Magic Johnson is talented. And a connoisseur of the game. He made a team great. He understood basketball. Basketball's falling off to being hot dogging nowadays. I mean, it seems to be coming back now over the last, maybe 5 years. But I just got to say, I don't really understand how anybody could put Jordan's name in the same sentence as Magic Johnson. I just got to ask what you're smoking. It's a wrap.